Hello, welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Gabrielle Tate. I'm really happy y'all decided to join me for this video. I am really excited about this topic. Today I'm going to talk about my celibacy journey and just tell y'all a little bit like why I decided that and kind of just some of my sexual experiences, specifically like sexual experiences as a Black woman. So, yes, we're just going to get into it. I'm really excited. So I've been celibate really close to around 2 years. In December, it'll be exactly 2 years. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that I could make it this far. Like I would talk with my best friend and I'd be like, hey, I bet I can make it to a year. And here we are. It's almost 2 years later. So we're gonna get a little bit into why I decided to be celibate. So I decided to be celibate because I felt like a lot of the sexual encounters that I was having didn't really feel like it was on the level that I wanted. Like I wanted something that was really deep and intimate sexually because that's just kind of how I view sex. A lot of my sexual encounters felt like I was just this object to be used for someone else's pleasure. And I feel like a lot of women can relate to this, obviously. For a while, I kind of saw it as this lens for someone else's pleasure, and that's obviously not fair. And I don't think that sex is supposed to be just one side of somebody getting all of the pleasure and kind of all of the goodness out of it. So I really got tired of that feeling, and I was like, no, I really want something that is genuine and loving and just really intimate, and I know that I can find that. So I felt like there was all of these like expectations and stereotypes that was put on me as a Black woman, which was just completely like a turn off. I can't tell you the amount of times where people have said just really weird things. Um, that we don't even have to get into. So I was also tired of feeling shameful for asking for the things that I wanted and just having sexual energy in the first place. I think that religious trauma also played a big part in my view of sexuality and of sex. I had this Christianity view stuck in my head of what sex should be like. And I felt like the way that I viewed it was more like, one, I shouldn't even be enjoying sex or thinking about sex, and two, that it's just this outer worldly holy encounter that I as a human shouldn't be experiencing. Also, another thing with the Christianity is there was just a lot of shame and guilt that came out of it. Like, we're human beings and we're supposed to have sex, and I don't think that it's something that we should feel guilty about. And I felt like a lot of times that shame and that Christianity guilt would come up. I felt like having sexual energy in the first place was somehow wrong or dirty or something that I should feel guilty about, especially as a woman. And so a really big part of my journey was detaching myself from those emotions. And instead, I had to kind of bring in those emotions of like, oh, like wanting to have sex is okay and having sexual energy is okay. And so the world is very much hookup culture oriented, which is fine. I'm not judging anyone, and I kind of like had my phase, but that phase ultimately led me to the decision to be celibate. That way I could really figure out what I wanted in the bedroom, and that it was okay to have my needs met and it was okay to ask for what I wanted. I'm really thankful for my celibacy journey. I feel like it's taught me a lot and it's helped me connect with myself on a more deep and intimate level. For one, I've just learned a lot of what my boundaries are, like what are my yeses and what are my nos. It's also helped me connect with my body more, like what are the things that I like and what are the sensations that I like. And I also learned just being really open with your body and kind of just trusting your intuition in the moment about what feels good and what are your yeses, what are your nos, how far do you want to go in the interaction. it's also something that's helped me build up my confidence and kind of go to those places where, okay, why do I feel like I'm not able to speak up for myself? And why do I feel like I am not comfortable right now? And really just help me listen to my body and my intuition. Like, okay, my body is telling me that I'm really uncomfortable right now, or my body is telling me, oh, that feels really good. Spending this time kind of just rearranging my view of what sex is has really helped me kind of just use my energy for healing and kind of just for the most high and the most good. Yeah, so we're going on almost 2 years strong, and never did I ever think that I would be talking about sex on the internet. So, thank you everyone so much for watching a little bit about my sexual experiences and my celibacy journey. I'm really excited to share this video with everyone and have it relate to the people that I want it to relate to.